this petite little video, this is part 2 of all the benefits of creatine supplementation. We are discussing creatine's role as an antioxidant in reducing DNA damage and reducing lipid peroxidation. So basically the damage to your nice healthy fats. We are going to be referring to this lovely little study coming out of the University of Kurdistan by Rahman Rahimi, and this study is titled
Creatine supplementation decreases DNA damage and lipid peroxidation induced by a single bout of resistance exercise.
This study was conducted on a group of 27 healthy resistance-trained men doing resistance exercises, and the groups were divided into either a creatine intervention group or a placebo group. So the placebo group was taking this supplement 4 times per day, thinking that it's creatine, but it's actually not creatine. And then the creatine intervention group was taking creatine for realsies, and they were taking a dose of 5 grams 4 times a day. Let's see what this study found. And of course, following all good logic, let us start with the very last page of this paper to see what it is all about. In the discussion, Rahman Rahimi reports that supplementation with creatine decreases markers of DNA oxidation and lipid peroxidation, and what they measured specifically was the urinary levels of 8-OHDG. 8-OHDG stands for 8-hydroxy-2-deoxyguanosine, and that basically is a marker of your oxidized DNA-based guanine. So DNA is made up of these different bases, A, T, C, G. What they were measuring specifically was the amount of oxidized G in your urine. So 8-OHDG was a measurement of DNA oxidation or DNA damage induced by intense exercise. And then MDA, that is malonylaldehyde, MDA. That is a marker of lipid peroxidation. So if you have a lot of oxidative stress or inflammation going on in your body, MDA is likely going to increase. What Rahman Rahimi found in this study was that when these athletes or when these people doing their intense little exercise sessions were supplementing with creatine, there was less 8-OHDG, oxidized DNA, less MDA, oxidized lipids. So creatine had an antioxidant effect. And then if you guys just aren't interested in reading this actual paper, which I'm not gonna lie, a year ago, there's no way I would have read the whole thing, but now I'm more excited about it, so I did read the whole thing. Do read practical applications because this is what actually applies to you, and it's giving just a really good summary of here's what we found, here are the benefits, and here's what you can do about it. In the practical applications, it is stated that just within 7 days, already markers of oxidative stress were decreased. So creatine supplementation decreased urinary 8-OHDG excretion and plasma MDA levels after resistance exercise. So with the creatine, you are peeing out less oxidized DNA, and in your blood, there is less oxidized lipids. Both of these are indicating that creatine is functioning as an antioxidant. And then it was also stated that creatine has an ergogenic benefit, so it increases athletic performance, energy, strength, and power output. And it is recommended that those doing resistance training do supplement with 5 grams of creatine to reduce oxidative stress, reduce DNA damage, and reduce lipid peroxidation. And then whenever you're looking at a study, it's always really important to understand the purpose of the story, what was the actual, did I say story? Another important point to note is that in this study, so this was done on college-age male people, guys, this is college-age guys that have had some history of resistance training. So they're fit, they're healthy, and they are all free of chronic disease, no diabetes, no cardiovascular disease, no atherosclerosis, hypertension, or dyslipidemia. These are all healthy individuals, all college age and all fit. And in this study, the only intervention was either placebo or creatine supplementation. The subjects were on their ordinary diet and not permitted to use any other nutritional supplement. So this is a pretty good measure of control. You know that none of your subjects are taking any other supplements. So they're not taking B vitamins, they're not taking vitamin D, they're not using protein powder. These could all interfere with the results. Like if someone in your placebo group started taking vitamin D, EPA, DHA, or whey protein, this could improve strength outcomes, or it could just interfere with the results. Only intervention here was either placebo or creatine supplementation. So what's super interesting is actually looking at the results. I think the best way to learn anything is actually seeing it and working with it yourself. So let's just look at this first figure here, and I'm gonna put a photo of it on the screen right there so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. In this little bar, you can see that we have before loading and after loading with creatine. The black bar represents 8-OH-DG in the urine before actually working out. The gray bar represents immediately after working out, so right after you finish this super intense exercise and you've had 0 time to recover. And then the white bar represents a full day after your body has had some ability to tap into its own antioxidant resources and recover that damaged DNA. What we see here is in the creatine intervention, there is a reduction of 8-OH-DG in the urine on the creatine supplement immediately following the workout. And furthermore, there's also a reduction in oxidized DNA being outputted in the urine 24 hours after the workout. So what this shows specifically is that if you are taking creatine immediately after your workout, there is less DNA damage, and 24 hours after your workout, there is still less DNA damage. So this is kind of supporting the hypothesis that creatine is reducing DNA damage. And then we also have a similar trend observed in MDA, malonyaldehyde, MDA. We have a similar trend in the MDA chart. So I'm going to pop that chart up right here for you to look at. What we see again here is that in the creatine intervention group, so these are the people that are taking creatine daily, they have less lipid peroxidation immediately after the workout, and even 24 hours after the workout, the lipid peroxidation measured by MDA is decreased slightly. This is significant. This is literally showing you when you supplement with creatine after your workout, after you have literally busted your butt doing stairs or bench pressing or whatever you're doing in the gym, there is less DNA damage and there's less lipid peroxidation. There is less oxidative stress in your body when you supplement with creatine. This further helps improve recovery, improve endurance, and it helps maintain cellular health. So exercise is so profoundly beneficial to total body health, longevity, but it does induce a teeny bit of oxidative stress. Diabetes, obesity, not working out, not moving your body is way worse for you than a exercise session, but DNA damage is DNA damage, lipid peroxidation is lipid peroxidation, and literally what this shows is that creatine supplementation is decreasing all of that. And then I also wanted to share, this is the creatine supplement I use personally. It is Organica's pure micro-ionized creatine monohydrate. Creatine monohydrate was the form of creatine used in the paper. I personally get all my benefits from 5 grams a day of this petite little supplement, and if you want to get it for yourself, you can use the code ELSA25 at organica.com and save 25% off all their lovely products and collagen supplements. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, please, because it helps me so much. And also just let me know in the comments what you liked, what you didn't like, and what you want me to make a video on next. And I hope you all had such a lovely day. Okay, goodbye everybody. And actually, let me just show you my behind the scenes. This is my granny's table that I've got all my stuff all over. This is my hot pink face because her floors are heated and I'm like melting right now. And then this is how I put up my selfie stick to film. And here's my creatine. Okay, see you later, everybody.